that and do that. Okay?
Alright, we're just gonna record it and upload it tomorrow, because the internet's not working, it's on.
Alright, so, a little after 6, roll call, all board members are present, and then all the park staff is present. Do you have the previous month's meeting minutes? All in favor? Alright, the agenda items, batting cage, or unless you take over.
Yeah, the batting cage, just probably, I just want to update you guys. I talked to Tyler, some of the stuff, everything's been ordered, some of the stuff started showing up yesterday. So, I'll get a set date on when that, project would start, and then, we talked before about doing a kind of mini groundbreaking with everybody, so I'll share that date as soon as I have it, so if we ever need to make it for that. So I just want to update you, it's all good, we just don't have an exact start date, depending on what kind of material comes in. Next thing, well, before I go on, I'll go ahead and let, I think, probably the very last couple of pages are the league and program updates that I'll let Bailey kind of go over those with you.
Is that what you sent out today?
Yeah, that's what I just emailed over today, so that's a report I've been trying to work on, where basically all information regarding one program is like all together in one place. So just update for the latest number based on softball league, there's only 2 baseball league groups going, 1 softball league group going, and that's just started this week, so, that's just starting. And then for fall soccer, we are at a place now where there are enough signups to run every age group. 12U, I still need like a few more to make it solid. But similar to the spring, I'm struggling finding enough coaches for all those teams. So you can see the total numbers in each age group there. And at the very top is just kind of like summary, what we've brought in, what we've spent, and kind of like where we're at in the gain or loss part of the program. So, and in this whole packet, what you printed for you shows every program we've ran so far. So, and just update for fall soccer, I know I sent an email to you about the sponsorship issue. We don't have that problem anymore, so we have enough sponsorships to cover every team now. I was worried we weren't going to have enough teams for every sponsor that already paid to be on a shirt in the spring, but we're good to go with that now.
So where it's red, where we were needed.
So anywhere where it's red, like the first page, for instance, spring soccer, the only red number there is any money that's been transferred out that like wasn't towards the program. So there was a transfer out of the spring soccer program to the general fund for that amount. I don't really know what that is or what that's for. Do you know what that is?
Where did you see that?
On Scarlett's reports here, right? There's like in every program, there's a transfer out to the general fund of some number.
And that's what the red is, and it says transfer to softball team.
Yeah, well, so that one specifically, the only things that went over what we budgeted for was the summer softball program and the softball umpires. And it shows where we covered those extra costs. So like, basically it was transferred from the baseball program fund to cover what we went over in that.
And that was done that way because previously the supervisors were paid from the baseball program, where obviously we have two separate supervisors, so we were expected to go over in those areas.
I looked at some of this today, I just had to change some stuff, maybe for next year that we look at, it'd be nice if we could, my opinion, the rest of the board can, if we up our registration costs a little bit to cover our expenses, like, cause now we'll have an idea what our expenses are, and it was only like $5 or $10 on each. And that way, the nice thing about your sponsorship money is then it's free and clear. Just something we can talk about for next year, this winter, just an idea. 6U soccer, I saw you sent out an email today about coaches.
I sent that same email to every age group, because the
Okay.
coach is still in every age group. Alex, or
Adrian.
is signed up for.
Yeah, he's
your
coaching
minimum. Yeah.
For 6U, if for some reason you can't find enough coaches, he was willing to do like a Tuesday night clinic and Wednesday night we play game, or is his Tuesday, Thursday, right? Tuesday he would run like a clinic with assistance of another, whoever was gonna help volunteer coach. And then Thursday we would play games, just like for the whole soccer season. So he was willing to look at that, but I didn't realize that email went out. He doesn't wanna do every age group.
Oh, yeah, no. And it's like in every age group, it's either like, I need like just 2 more coaches, or some age groups I need like 3 or 4 more coaches, so
Do you think you'll find coaches?
my task tomorrow is sitting down with us and call it.
Okay.
I did it this time, so.
If for some reason, like 6U, you don't come up with enough coaches, he is willing to do that.
Okay.
I think we ought to look at that anyways for soccer in the spring and the fall, because I think the kids would benefit. But we can talk about that this one too.
So you're saying, instead of playing games 2 nights a week, one night would be clinic based, and the second night would be games?
Yes.
Would we still need coaches for
Yeah.
each team?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah, or close. You have to have enough.
Or are they more like kind of scrimmages?
More kind of like scrimmages, especially for like the young kids. You get to the older kids, it may change, but it's just something, I think it's gonna be hard to switch right now, starting in,
Yeah.
but we may talk about some things like that this winter, to look at next year's stuff, cause, maybe switching things up, maybe kids will get improved more instead of just playing games, so it's just something, you may reach out to them after season and talk about some things.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, do we have, I know in the spring we were worried about coaching, but I was able to round up enough coaches to make it work. If there's a scenario where I can't get people to commit to coach and I don't have enough coaches for the number of teams I have, what would be the solution? Does anyone have a suggestion on that?
I think if you pick up the phone and call people tomorrow, then you'll get 2 or 3.
Well, and in the spring, it was like, I basically was like, we can't run this without coaches. So I would get parents like, what, I don't know anything about soccer, but I'll do it.
Right, now I think you'll at least get supervisors or somebody, I think you pick up the phone, a lot of people have a hard time. It's easy to say no or ignore an email, it's a lot harder to say no.
Is the reason why, because it's in the evenings?
No, people don't want to do it.
No, I just think there's just not a high interest for soccer.
Because Marlins, Gracie plays in the league down in Henryville, and they don't play none of their soccer games during the week.
They just put on
They
Saturday?
play Saturdays. They play Saturdays and Sundays is 12 o'clock, after 12 o'clock. They do it after church is over. So that way, everybody comes in, they play their Saturday, and then that way you don't have to miss with playing anything during the week, plus you stay late because you don't have to turn the lights on.
And all age groups?
Yes. And I go down watching, there's tons of kids down here. So, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do it now, but I mean, that's something you think about in the spring, because you can come in here on a Saturday and you're not really affecting anybody.
Other than potentially weekend tournaments.
But that's not, I mean, they're on the,
They
they're
start
on
in,
the quad, so you're gonna be playing your,
right, but the parking, I think, becomes the issue. We would be, at least for the little fields.
yeah,
The
but you
little
be,
fields
yeah,
are-
but I'm saying they don't play in the other fields anyway, so, DJ just uses the quad.
Right.
And so everybody parks when they play soccer, they're all parking way over by the shed anyway. and we're by FDR, so I don't know if that.
We can look at our numbers this past month or something, fine, they were up from previous years, so
Yeah.
it's only the fall that we're looking at right now, but
Yeah.
that would be your less.
I don't think it's in there, it's,
I have seen it done,
Oh, yeah.
but that'd be a pretty significant change for.
I do, do I make some motions?
Yeah, I think so too. Something to think about, but, hopefully I'll just get some yeses.
I think
after
we will,
call
we
some
will.
people.
Yeah.
And hopefully I'll be okay. If anyone knows any, referees, soccer referees that would be interested in helping out for 8, 10, and 12U, that would be great, because all my spring referees, I've only had 2 commit because the rest of them are playing soccer. So they're not available in the evenings to ref during their actual soccer season. So,
Boys and girls play opposite seasons.
They both playing, okay.
so, yeah.
You're talking about high school, right?
Yeah. So,
No, boys, middle school's spring, right?
I don't know.
Boys soccer,
you have to be 13, right, to work. You have to be 13. At least.
I know, I think middle school boys soccer's in the spring.
Okay. Well. Guess we'll see,
You
see
sure
what
high
happens.
school's not in the spring?
No, it's in the fall.
They're both in the
So,
fall.
yeah.
So, and the last page of this is, all the programs we run through the Healthy Issues Grant. So those are all those numbers you see on there are funds we're getting from that grant. But there's like numbers there on attendance, so you can see where some did better than others. Definitely, next time I try fitness in the park, that's gonna have to be switched around in some capacity to try to get more people involved. So,
Well, I didn't know about any of that. I mean, I'm one of those people who do not get on my website. And I think there's a lot of people.
yeah, it's all been posted on Facebook. It's really just the adult classes, which fitness is hard. It's hard to get people.
Well, I see Joanne's put here, 18 to 59, I'm 59. 60 and above, I'm like, I bet you that the same thing, I just think people
Yeah.
might have heard about it.
Yeah, and really the only avenues that I used in the beginning was Facebook and the radio station. So other than that, we'll have to try to get it into like church bulletin boards or like other community.
Or if you post on this, on the tennis courts, I mean, I always read that stuff on the tennis courts.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if that's always populated, is it, what they posted?
The only one up on the tennis court right now is like the Main Street banner. Is that what you're talking about, the Places the Road?
Yeah, I say we probably do want to look at it as a sign, like, we talked about this, it would be nice to have, like, St. Mary's has with the scrolling LED of what's going on, so,
Marquee.
but they're like $15,000, so. I don't know, maybe something to talk about.
They're well worth it, because then we wouldn't make banners and put them in the corner every time,
Right.
which we didn't do this year, but, I know it's been done in the past, so they put a banner around the corner by the south line.
I think we're talking about, we're on like some areas,
Yeah.
That was 35,000.
I think install the
So
sign was,
installed, everything was $35,000, but you could sell that off and get sponsors to cover a lot of that. And, because I seen them today, I was going to New Albany, they got their big marquee signs, and they got sponsors, and all the people that donated money, and so I just think that's something we can look into, and think about it.
Did we get this for next year too, this grant?
So, right now it's kind of a question mark, because there's been some cuts to that program specifically. So I know Jeff Walker, the one who, I forget his job title after the extension, but he oversaw this grant program. I believe his role is being cut. So it's everything that was on his plate is now being transferred to another person. So the term of this contracted grant will go through June of next year. That's when it ends officially. So I don't know what it's gonna look like after that to like redo it.
he seemed confident in his email that there would still be something that's just gonna be done a little bit differently.
Yeah.
So. we
But
won't-
And again, this was like put into place previously,
Yeah.
and this is the end of like the 3-year contract. So I'm sure it was bound to change regardless, so. So that's where we're at. With that, the only last thing I have for league updates is, one of our 8U soccer coaches did have something come up on the record, and with the policy now, anything that comes up, we need to run by you guys, the charge in 2016 for possession of marijuana, so if you guys wanna take a look at that. That's the
So we're on
only thing,
probation, not in trouble anymore, everything's cleaned up.
yeah, that was the
So
only
this
thing
year
that came
in
up.
2016.
Mhm. So, that's the one that's
45
10
miles
years ago.
away, marijuana's legal.
I agree. I'm fine with it.
Then
I don't know if that person is,
I don't,
I don't think
but
they've ever coached here before.
2016, maybe it could have been eight, I don't know if I'm there now, but it could have been an 18-year-old.
we
Yeah,
have to vote on it.
Yeah, with that new policy, it ultimately is,
And I know a bunch of 18-year-old kids that did some dumb stuff, even two.
says a birthday on it, that's a year on front.
I'm seeing the same.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
they're not even 30 yet.
I don't see any problem either. There's no violent against children.
Somebody make a motion,
I make a motion, Lane Coach.
I'll second.
all in favor?
I have some.
Before we jump off of this, I just wanna say, so do we solicit Coffee Creek, or they just write checks?
he showed up and the first week I was in that office, like he'd been coming and gave checks.
We might apply to them somehow, thank you card or something, because like, he donated 2,600, or they donated like, what, 2,600 or something?
Yeah, between all the programs
Yeah.
for sports.
And like, that's really, if you look at the numbers, the sponsorships, the only thing keeping us in the black.
Right.
Right.
So,
It's, yeah, sponsorship.
Yeah,
It's a bad idea to send them all.
yeah, it's all, but definitely to him for sure, because, or her, I guess.
So we have team cards of,
Huh?
More than one, really.
Yeah.
That's good.
we have team cards of the teams that they sponsored, and they haven't all been handed out yet, but we're in the process of still handing them out. I'd say about half of them have been handed out.
For baseball and softball specifically. That was part of what was on the sponsorship form before we made any, we didn't make any changes to it. And according to past sponsors and the photographer, that team photo that was supposed to be given out each year never was given out to businesses. So we did make sure we did that this year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely,
Maybe that in a little thank you card.
yeah, something to just say, hey, we do appreciate cause what is it, $100 for a team?
350 is the highest, 200, this is for baseball softball.
That's for $350 for the banner and the t-shirt sponsors, for
Yeah.
baseball softball.
So for $350, they could have a banner and a team, but they gave 1,000 and stuff.
So yes, we gave Coffee Creek
They had multiple teams.
multiple
And
team
banners.
sponsors and a banner on the field.
So they had been on every field, and they were pretty close on the team every week.
Yeah. So, that's my update.
I just have something real quick. I would like to make a motion that we go by the ASA rules from now on in softball instead of North Lane City Parks previous rules.
I know that is something we've looked into just for this fast pitch league, to follow an actual set of rules. Now, I know we went off of what was used in the past and made one update, the stealing rule for the oldest age group.
That included basketball, so there were a couple of different changes, but it all stemmed from that one change.
Yeah, but everything else was the same, that it was at least last year. I don't know how often they change those rules, or whenever not, and how often they did in the past, but we have talked about that.
Yeah, so this, obviously, for A-League, there's still think that B League is a transition league at this age and at the recreation level. So, my opinion is it would be hard to fully adopt them other than for A League. That is the expectation, or would be for A League if we move that, but B League there has to be a transition there. And it's kind of what, if you come out on Mondays and Wednesdays now and see how the A League gets ran, you'll kind of see it's a no walk league. So we put together where if there's a walk, the strikes stay the same, it's additional 2 pitches. I'm probably saying that not exactly perfect, but they'll bring the machine out and finish it at that with the machine. So you're not going to see 12 walks in the game. Pitchers are going to pitch to every batter, but you're not going to see the round robin walks going. So it's a transition, and we'll have machines on both sides where, yeah, you got 30 seconds going, sitting out there, and maybe shoot one practice pitch.
I think that's a good idea because we're just learning to pitch that at that age anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm really starting to find out. It's like, oh my gosh, really pitching.
It will just be really hard to full on adopt the ASA standard of rules for that specific. But again, A League they should be ready for after 2 years of that transition. So, just my opinion, I think that should probably be specific to the A League. Let's see. I want to see how all this goes.
And is this going to be rules that you made up or?
I didn't make them all of myself, no. I modified them from other places that are fast pitch leagues that lead into kind of what we were talking about before.
And C League will be.
This coach pitch 7 networks are always coach pitch across the board everywhere. So C League, not much will change. Probably more in-depth rules there.
Yeah. About turning there.
Just a more in-depth set of rules. Umpire. Yes. It's a formal training. They're all required.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think it's a good idea. I personally don't think it's a good idea, and I've coached in the past to appoint assistant coaches and not let the coaches pick their assistant coach. And there's a lot of red tape this year with that. I don't know if you still want to do it the same way, but when I coached, my first pick was my assistant coach, his daughter. I picked her first every year. My second pick was my daughter.
Right.
So I did make an update to that with these fall leagues. So, because I'll be honest, I didn't know how to navigate the plethora of baseball and softball coaches and choosing who gets to coach who doesn't. So, if they told me ahead of time that they wanted to coach with someone when they were put together and the kids were assigned to that team, if they did not tell me that they were not gonna, or like that they had certain coaches that were gonna help them, I assigned the other interested coaches with them, and that's where it was very different than what it has been in the past. So that part of it's hard is like, how do you tell one person they can coach
Once you have enough.
one kid that they can't?
I have enough. I have enough coaches, nobody else is a coach.
Well, the way I did the form now for the fall league is for coaching specifically asks, are you interested in coaching? Yes or no. They put their name, their phone number, their email, and the last question is list all assistant coaches. That part, previously the only question was, do you want to coach, yes or no? And that didn't give me enough information to organize it well or how people prefer. So that's why I added in like, please list all your assistant coaches. And now, like I've seen in soccer and in the late summer league, they told me who they're coaching with, which either they have kids signed up so they are automatically like on the same team, or it's like a grandma, grandpa, cousin, brother, whatever, who's just helping them. But that lets me know ahead of time.
How many assistant coaches do they get?
So it kind of depends on the league, because obviously T-ball and C league need the most coaches. I didn't put a number on it, I just said list all assistant coaches.
We just need to be careful that people don't load up.
That's the other issue is, that's where we draw the, like, how do we draw that line of letting people coach with who they want to coach with, but also not letting them staff
Because then
their
they get
roster.
assistant coach. I mean, everybody else would be volunteer, but, I mean, we only.
They pretty much
need
don't
to
just
pick one.
one more, it's almost all two across the board, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
For, pick those in the draft.
for C League specifically, like Trevor listed Jordan, Miss, and Junior, so, and they both have children associated, so that would be leaving one of them out if we did do that. And then just leaving it up to the draft. So if, I don't know if we need to like vote on that to say like one head coach, one assistant coach, and the rest is up for grabs. I don't know how you guys
I don't know
want to do
that
that.
we have to vote on that, I think that's just a decision you guys make and run the league.
Your guidance is that we should do
I
two
think-
max coaches.
My opinion, I think it should be a coach, assistant coach, and anybody additional after that, if they want one, then they can coach, but they just don't get shirts, they'll pay for them. It'll be 2 shirts, period.
That's
In the past, they just, well, last year, they said we get 2, 3, or 4 shirts, and then we paid for it.
We allowed 3, and not every team had 3, but that we had. That's what we did. I don't know what.
I think if you allow 2, you're saving some money.
I'm not even worried about the money, I just don't want to load up. I don't
Yeah,
want
because they could.
Jay and Connor and Levi to be on the same team,
Yeah.
like there's a
Yeah.
class everybody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm not worried about the $10
I
t-shirt.
know, well, that's why I think
Yeah.
you gotta pick your kid and your assistant coach's kid, and then you gotta wait your turn.
Yeah,
You
that's
get to
all
pick
you
the
get.
draft again.
Okay.
I don't know.
People are
We got
coaching.
all winter to figure that kind of stuff out before we roll out next year.
Yeah,
Equipment items,
yeah, so, you have a paper that has a couple different prices for, tower rooms that would be an attachment on the gator. Couple of reasons that I think that we need it, and I don't know, and you can share your opinions, but between coming snow and sidewalks and that sort of thing, and also what I found out this year with how dirty these get from this to east and different things like that, that it would also be used basically as a street sweeper slash.
and the report part, now you're gonna have a lot of rock stuff on your
Yeah,
pathways.
so it's just an attachment for the, and again, I'm running by you guys, if you have a different idea, great, but it just attaches right on the gator. And we basically operate.
If we upgrade our gator at some point, is this universally attached, that's just mine?
So that's the thing, so John Deere doesn't actually have, this is a Berkemac, so this is from, you know, a guy that's not an actual John Deere product, so the gator that we have, even though it's got the hydraulic front on it, and it works for the snow blade, does not work for any of the power burn options that John Deere has. So this is more of a universal type for a lot of different things, but it would hook up the same way as if I were to get a new John Deere, I would get one that can hook straight up to it just like the pod does. But that's not where this is at. So if we want to wait, I mean, we don't. This isn't like a
Must have.
How old's our gator?
well, one of them is really old, and then there's a newer one. It's not that old. It's probably
Yeah, yeah.
8 or 10 years old.
It has a tab and everything.
Yeah.
Is that the one stuck with light on it?
Yeah. So that's just broom going through the streets here.
I mean, that's what they use in the city all the time, they use broom everywhere, to
Yeah.
clean the
They
sidewalks.
don't have the small power burner anymore, so. Cause I even asked them to run through here and they got new machines to have for these packs, so that's kind of where I started looking into this.
I mean, are we gonna have money at the end of the year in the budget to put this somewhere? I think this is like an end of year purchase that
Yes.
yeah. Let's revisit this in December when our budget is.
We gotta have money, not hurting.
Oh, yeah.
There's, just remember, I mean, there's gonna be lead time on it, so if you order it in December, you're gonna get it.
Yeah,
after the
check.
season's over, so.
Oh, after the winter season.
So, but either way,
What do you guys think?
we can revisit it.
Not against it.
You don't against it?
I'm not either.
Which one, so, you want 60 inch or 66?
It was both options that I wanted to share with you.
We still got more money, we still got
Probably
more
six.
TIF money?
Well, yeah, regardless, we will have funds to pay
Okay.
for it, or I wouldn't have brought it to you. I want your opinion, is it worth it for us to spend funds on it?
Yeah, if you think we have funds in the budget to buy it, and I don't care if you get the 60 or the 66. Whatever you think fits our needs better.
Where's this guy out of?
Yeah, who's gonna service it if we have an
He's
issue?
gonna say,
It's probably gonna be,
it looks like the John Deere dealership central to the right.
yeah, they did, and I'm not gonna, it's in Indiana somewhere else, it's not 3 states away or anything like that, so.
I make a motion if we have the funds.
Well, I mean, we're gonna pick it up, they're gonna deliver it, I mean,
They would deliver it if
for
I,
this price.
so. No, this price delivery fee on top.
Is
Yes.
this price right here, 59?
Well,
So it's 5,400 for the 6
54.
inch, 9,900 for the 60 inch, 66 inch. So,
have you thought about checking with Vernon?
so,
It's gonna be-
I'm not, but I will.
I mean,
Does it hook up to your hydraulics though?
it's not a PTO, but
This-
it's got an engine on it, it's got a 14.
Yeah, no, this one does, this has a separate, you start it,
Yeah,
it
cause
starts
that's
up and so.
14 horsepower paint on.
Well, yeah, then you could look at used them, but
Cause these are
what are
used,
you gonna say?
are these used or new?
They're both used.
Oh, they're both used?
And stuff, and so,
They were spent on it, more than the 66.
is 66 too wide for what you need out here?
I'd probably do a 60 inch to be honest. It'd take a couple of passes out here, but it's still small enough we can put it right on the sidewalks through the city parks.
You may call Bingham's just to buy
I
a
will.
logo if you can, but
Just to do your due diligence. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
When it was one of those when John Deere said they don't have an attachment for a power room for that specific model of John Deere that was at, and they sent me this guy.
Yeah, that's why I saw the other email, it was like,
Yeah,
they told you to call this guy.
so. Okay, the next thing is something that has been broken since last winter, and it's the flagpole out here. But, and for some reason, this didn't print out the total that if you wouldn't have to go fast, but it's somewhere around $9,000, I think.
Looks like about 9,100.
Yeah. So, we'll call it just 9,200. We've heard a lot of, like, people come in asking about why there's not a flag out, and at this point, I just soon get it fixed and have it fixed
I agree.
appropriately by the people that installed it, and
the only thing is if I may try to reach out to dealers that are aware, like dealers set flagpoles all the time. If I can get Mike to come out here and set for us,
I'm all ears for anything like that, because obviously when the price came up, it was something that I'm like,
flagpoles are expensive.
I've tried not. So this, the thing's inoperable the way it is right now. So this is obviously them picking up the existing one and repairing it. But my opinion is, this is also, since it's inoperable, we don't have one working. My mindset is the fact that we're basically paying for a brand new flagpole.
Yeah.
Is this a brand new flagpole or is this repairing the one?
This
we
is
have?
repairing the one we have, but it was obviously, it's, like we told them, it's a flagpole. So, it's a really nice flagpole, but like I said, my opinion is that, like, my approach to it is we basically are paying for a brand new flagpole.
Is that what this is on?
Pretty close. It's only a couple $1,000 difference for a brand new one.
If I get the labor donated, why don't we just get it done? We can get it done for the same price as them to come and take it
Well,
down.
the same prices for this company to come and install a brand new.
For the 51, or like 7,000.
But
Yeah,
for
yeah,
this,
tall.
a couple thousand more than this total.
Right there.
40 foot,
40 foot, yeah.
40 foot.
And that is,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one there.
I like that one, better go spend more on this, or better unless you got park.
When we had a park, a lot older. and-
That's what I mean, if we need to fix it,
Oh, I'm all for it. Looking at,
Functioning at least.
Yeah.
putting a nice one out by the road, right in the front lawn, so landscaping around the park, really, really good right there.
Not at this price.
yeah.
Anyway, I
I do think we need to get this one
I'd rather fix
either.
it out first before.
So this is to repair this one?
Correct.
So the 2,500 is to take it down and put it back up?
No, the 25 is just to remove that one,
Yeah.
right? Just to, does not include foundation removal, just take that one down. Uninstall flagpole.
I think a bucket truck in there might be
Oh,
hard.
we get a flag for that too?
You know what?
The
Flag.
We have.
Oh, we have a flag, okay.
It's right now.
I just want to make sure we have a
It's a
flag.
brand new flag.
We spent that kind of money to get 2 flags.
I'm sure they would get
Hold on.
a flag.
The 1,500 is for the fixing. The 5,103 is for the installation.
Correct.
What are they installing?
And an uninstall, so the expensive part is the take down and put back up.
Correct. So they have to completely take it down,
Rewire
break it
it.
down, repair it, and then that's basically reinstalling a brand new one. Because
If we can get it down, will they still repair it for the 15, you have to come get it, charge us a $500 fee?
I can reach out now.
Let me call Bailey's tomorrow and see if we can take the flagpole down.
What I don't understand is like, yeah, you're gonna repair it, then you're gonna put up a brand new one.
No, they're putting the repair one back up, and isn't it in like a sleeve?
So it's actually
This is
set.
it, and fix it.
Set up, it's part of the contract.
Yeah.
Set it in.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's an easy sleeve. It's set down and just hold it.
I'll look at it when we leave, and then I'll call
This
Bailey
is
tomorrow or O'Mara to see.
Originally,
Do I?
this is who did it originally.
That's what I was told. I mean, the company's definitely it because there's stickers on the pole.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't, this one Tripton was turned into the bar.
Yes, it wasn't here when we was going.
Yes.
I can vouch for Gary, he is not gonna be in commission, probably for the rest of the year, if I had to guess.
Do I?
If you want us, him to do some flagpole, he's
No,
down.
it's getting shipped to the.
That's just
Straight
straight.
to the
This was communication Gary had with them back in February with the road.
Okay. So,
So,
he's gonna have major surgery on the
Yeah.
20th. And we're taking all our things and he's not home.
Okay.
okay.
Let me call Bailey tomorrow and see if I can get it taken down and put back up. That says, at least they do it for a lot cheaper than that.
Okay. Let me know.
I'll call him tonight, actually, and I'll let you know.
The next thing in the packet, kind of got added, so I'll put it in old business because it is kind of old business. The old tennis hitting wall that used to be up there, is not there and don't know where it is. Haven't been able to find it. That's the price for a new one. So,
I have had a couple people ask me about that.
they,
And I use it too.
I know.
I love it.
so,
My
Tennis
fire,
and pickleball, actually.
my fireplace, I have my own fireplace.
I,
$9,500.
I mean, what can we do differently to make it not so expensive?
did not have one. That's, I mean,
Or I'm sure a smaller one, I don't know. Their
Yeah.
sizes range.
that's about as small.
What if we get to the end of the tip money and we got some ten
That's,
thousand?
well, so, kind of one of the reasons why I'm bringing some of these, because at some point, that's where we're gonna be at, and it's gonna be a small enough number, you're not gonna get a big project out of it. It's gonna be something like this.
This is a good tip thing at the end. when
If
there's-
you have the money, tip money, I'm okay, I mean, people use it.
It's been asked about more than once. We know that.
Which actually doesn't surprise me, just with the pickleball people and tennis people that are out there. You go out there by yourself or something.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, some of these things is exactly why I'm bringing them, because that's where we're gonna get to at a certain point.
And how did you find this company?
So I just started searching, I sent a couple emails to, some of our, just some of the BSN contacts that I have, and then, talked to actually another parks department that sent me on to this one, because it was a little bit, not much different, around $500-600 less than a couple of others, but this brand is probably right in the middle of expensive to inexpensive. they're right in the middle of everything else, but it's kind of the one that was
So,
suggested the most popular for most places that have them.
and we have to install, you'll have to install it.
Yeah, it comes with brackets that you attach to the
Yeah,
fence, the poles, yeah.
That's my opinion, you get to the end,
If
say
you
your
got money-
TIF money, and then you,
I'm not against buying it, handling it.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
So when we get down to that last bit, we'll decide what the priority is, decide what we want to finish it out with. That next paper, I actually just got this today. It is old business because, I guess maybe if you didn't, because I didn't necessarily know all of how it was implemented, but what you see on this black and white is where the concrete concourse is going to go in the quadplex. So Tim Hunt and I worked a little bit on where this is going to fall, where the drainage is going to go. So he's he is leading up this project, and he kind of sent this out. This is going to start being put out for some proposals and bids with the publicly. So I just wanted to share that. That's
you know, something maybe to look at with TIF money is getting all the blacktop sealed in there after we get this done.
So I have someone right now quoting the entire park.
Okay.
And restriking everything. So,
What are they gonna do over there for the banks?
so with this, I think I'm glad you asked. With this project includes the 10-foot wide sidewalk going from the parking lot of Jordan Banks FDR all the way over to the sidewalk, that goes.
That's not the
toward
old
Cass.
house.
So the 10-foot wide sidewalk will be put through there, so that'll work much.
So this is going out for bids, you're saying?
It's gonna be put out for proposal soon. Tim sent the email that he's basically asking when, because he wants to include details of when they can start and when they can finish, but it won't be able to start until November 3rd, because you have to have sports tournaments in there until. So November 3rd is our
That's
second
I mean, that's a
They
pretty,
can do the other side early, but they're gonna wanna mow and do it all at once.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's a 12,300 yards.
This is a very large concrete
Yeah.
project for,
That's a lot of yards.
yes. So, yeah, I just wanted to update you, that's coming in kind of in the timing that you could look at that. So with that being,
Oh, is it?
with that being done, there are obviously some other things that might happen.
And that's still coming out of the different fund, right?
Correct.
Are we on old business now?
Old business.
What, yeah, what did Dick say, that he bought at the price?
I forgot about that.
I forgot about it, I kinda forgot about it, so I was reading through your emails the other
It might have
day.
been a little bit.
Salty?
Well, I'm gonna talk to him again. We'll put it that way. So, we're there, it's not happening this year. That probably be like first thing. Spring.
That-
So we're close.
If it goes out, I mean, he's gotta realize if we take it out, we're gonna get that number.
Yeah, potentially.
But I don't know if we're sure about that, I mean, all that money gives us the TIF,
Yeah, but that's not,
That's still
I know, but still.
it's not his money, it's gonna be all of our money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just was wondering what he said, I know we haven't been together since, since we talked about it.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna go for it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. And I'm sure that by the next meeting I'll have that done. And, because at this point, I wasn't going to put it up for another winter time.
No.
Because that's about time the price I've taken down. So,
And some other old business too is, I don't know how true this is, maybe I'll can talk to this guy, but if whatever's left in non-reverting, does the city take?
No, it goes in our account.
Are we sure about that?
It used to take it.
They used to take, I was told they used to take it. I
we're,
mean, we need to find out, because we probably have a pretty good chunk in there right now.
hopefully by the end of the year, it'll be about 165, 170. And the goal would be to
Build it.
in not too many years, build that to close to $1 million fund that we can keep consistently where we are much more self-sustainable.
What's the new playground for the boys?
So I haven't been in another meeting since that information
is one thing we didn't put in money, but I guess we kind of did in a roundabout way. So I sat with Bobby last week, and Carl was there, and kind of went through some preliminary budget things. We asked for the stars and the moon, and,
All I can say is no.
right, all I did was do is thing. I worked on Jack really hard on the weekend, so.
Is it a big increase from
It's about $140,000 total increase, right?
what percentage?
But it went from 800 and something to almost a million,
So about 20% increase?
It's not quite 100%.
about 15.
Yeah.
Because that's what they'll look at, really.
And they're gonna look and see how much we had left in our budget for this year too.
And that's what I'm saying, if they say, well, you got $160,000 in non-reverting, and you're asking for $200,000 more.
But they don't let you put that in your budget. That's the hard part. Like, you don't get to take that non-voting money that you made and fill into your budget.
Well,
But we can move it around, because move it around the bills.
Right.
Because you move some, I saw you in front of council, move some,
yeah, a couple times, but that was based on things that were.
yeah, we knew what you were about,
Yeah,
salaries and stuff.
right. So, going through that, the non-reverting fund is a significant portion of what our program budget is based around.
Right.
So, which is what we build our non-reverting fund from, so, that's a pretty important thing for us to run and try to.
Build those up so you bring in more money through your program, so you get more money in your budget.
Right.
We did ask, I put in there, when I asked for a full-time maintenance director position. I mean, cause you're gonna think 4 parts, you're gonna be, it's gonna be a lot.
When you're gone on vacation, is there somebody that you've appointed to handle anything that goes on?
There won't be any active programs going on that week, as far as like, cause baseball and softball will be over, soccer starts the following week, pickleball league will be over. I haven't created the soccer practice schedule yet, but most likely.
So,
Soccer practices, I mean,
an idea for soccer practices, let the coaches sign up for their soccer practice slot.
okay.
That way, because like, they can
Instead
set
of
time, yes. Because like some people, like, I couldn't get home by 5:30 most nights, so that's just an idea.
Okay. I can do that.
That's what the fellas done when I first.
Okay.
Just take like an empty schedule in there and have them sign up for a couple spots.
I mean, I'll just use what I did and take all the names out.
Right. And let them, that way you don't have to do it either.
Well, it's kind of easier that way if I just assign them, and then if they want to change it, can, which that could happen, but some people just dealt with what they were given and that was it, but baseball, I will say baseball and softball is very challenging to squeeze every single team in.
And that was some of the complaints was that we didn't get to practice on them before the season
Well, with
started.
that many teams, and yeah, it was hard, it was tough,
You do.
and then trying to rotate like all the T-ball teams into the complex versus the group fields, it was hard to make it all very fair for everyone.
Frankly, like we have 7 fields, we get as many of them on there as we can, and I mean, I've helped coach in past years with my kids and stuff, and we go find open fields. Because most of these, you don't have to have.
And that was encouraged and we let them know, like, please utilize that space however you want. So,
You don't have to have more practice.
Is DC renting the field right now, or somebody renting the field?
I mean, they've
Okay,
done
not-
tryouts, and
okay.
intermittently, their coaches have scheduled them for field rooms.
I just thought I saw people,
I don't have all the details put together yet, but I am working on a deal where they could potentially rent 2 of the 4 quadplex fields. And they would pay X amount per field when our programs aren't using them. So, there would be times where they're pretty much sitting idle anyway.
Right.
So,
Alright, anybody have anything else? We passed around the claims, everything care of?
I think we talked about.
you want to set the next meeting date?
Yeah, remember we talked about that in March through September meetings, once,
Do you think we need to do it in August?
That's just too long.
Maybe it'll be quicker.
Yeah. August, September, and then,
So, I guess for August would be 2 weeks from today.
19th.
yeah. And hopefully he has a bunch of that stuff we just talked about. We can bring that to us.
Is that all we have? Make a motion to adjourn the city? Or you need something?
No, you guys can set that and approve the claims.
The planning department,
Oh, you already know.
Funds were through. So we have to make a motion to,
adjourn.
in the next meeting, or we just.
To set the next meeting,
We
right?
have to make a motion to set the next meeting.
To call,
Yeah.
is it technically,
Make a motion to set the next meeting on August the 19th at 6 o'clock. Triple park.
Are we gonna, here, or are we going back to the?
I think we should do it here.
if we figure out the.
Well, yeah, if we do that, if we can't get that figured out, then I'm still over there.
If we can't figure out the internet, we'll do it at City Hall.
Okay, City Hall.
City Hall, yes.
Second. Alright,
And you'll let us
That's
know,
I'll second it.
Do I?
No.
all in favor. I made a motion, second, all in favor.
you good?
Good.
Okay. Alright, come on, man, motion on adjourn